Good morning, noon, or night. My name is Jet, and welcome to my channel, JITV, Jet in the Valley 2, JITV 2. So this video is going to be talking about identifying who your enemy actually is and what the nature of reality at its core, at the brass tacks, actually is. So they say knowledge is power. Well, knowledge, wisdom, and discernment, all of those, the real deal comes from love. That's of love. Knowledge, wisdom, discernment comes from love. That's why it's different than information. So, you know, we look around and we think that people, certain people and certain groups and certain things, that those are, if they're opposing what we think and what we feel is correct and right and true, then those people are our enemies, okay? If you really get down, and sometimes this happens, I see it, I hear a lot of people talk about it in certain communities that I'm involved in. They talk about how their families are operating against them. Their families are going against them, okay? And that's very hurtful and very painful. I saw someone post something that said, like, the most hurtful hurt is when your child, causes you goes against you, when your child comes against you. So the actual enemies will be more easily identified as if we get down to the brass tacks of what humans are, okay? I've spoke at great ends about how our mind and our body are animalistic in nature and they go against love. Okay, just simply our mind and our body in the format that it is currently in, it's animalistic in nature and it goes against love, which is our spirit, life force, soul energy. If you are a souled individual, meaning that you have the capacity to understand love, to give love and receive love and understand love, okay? God is love. If you have the capacity to perceive that and understand that and know that, then that's who you belong to. That's where you're from. There is no independence in reality. It's an illusion. There are two options. You either belong to the Most High God that's of love, who came here in the form of Jesus, okay, and is only good, or you belong to the lowercase g God of the worldly systems of the world, okay? You are either a sheep, okay, not a sheeple. You either are a sheep and a child of the Most High God, or you are a goat, and you are a slave, literally a slave, to the anti-loveness in all of reality, okay? You can identify, there's good, what we would call good, which is love, and there's what we would call bad, which is anything that goes against love. Okay? Love and life are interchangeable terms. Okay? That's how you can start to identify love. If you can simply just think, okay, maybe there's love and anti-love inside of people, inside of animals, in everything. Break it down to those are the two options. You're either of love or you're against love. And you can break it down to a behavior, to all these different things. You can just get it all down to, is it love or anti-love? And if it's love, it'll produce the fruits of love, which is joy, peace, contentment, kindness, self-control, peace, patience, cooperation, ability to teamwork. All of the things that we would say with our words are good. If it's of the anti-love, if it goes against love and it's not love, meaning it's not good, then it'll cause confusion and pain and suffering and delusion and angst and anger and all of these different things, and jealousy, envy, rage. Love and being in love and synced up with love does not cause rage, okay? You start to identify these different behaviors for what they are and where they're coming from, and getting down to understanding there's love or there's anti-love. The the enemy that we have here is not necessarily, yes, there can be an individual, or there could be, this, that, or the other. When you really get down to the basics of it, the mind and the body, being an animalistic nature, is an enemy. It is an enemy, okay, because it's actively going, okay, an enemy is someone who actively goes against you, right, in opposition to you. So an enemy is someone's going against you. And if you understand love, you are a souled individual, meaning you have the capacity to understand love. It's your spirit, life force, soul energy of love, okay? Your mind and your body naturally are a type of enemy that's going against you. Not just you, but everybody in a body is suffering and experiencing the same thing of what I'm telling you, okay? So other people, right, and people all around you and people you love, their mind and their body are in less than perfect condition. It's in a fallen, less than perfect condition, animalistic in nature. Okay? You can look at dogs and animals and watch them, and you see, like they say one dog, one bone. It's like some animals, they have the capacity for love. So they have the capacity for love, just not to the extent of what humans have, okay? So you can look at the animals in an example and see what's animalistic. There's certain things that are animalistic in nature. Animals that want to be pack animals. So it's totally normal for humans to want to be part of a pack, and they will compromise things about themselves to belong to a pack because they think, because it's animalistic in nature. And we are a type of pack animal, and that is, we're not animals, but our mind and our body are in less than perfect condition, animalistic condition. So many people that aren't aware of this, they will compromise themselves and their integrity and all these different things in order to fit into a group, okay, or a family, in order to have perceived safety and other benefits that go along with having a pack. Okay, there are a portion of people who understand that they're not going to do that. Okay, they understand that is it's less than love, and it's not the truest truth, and it's not the realist reality. To have to compromise the loving aspect of yourself to fit in with the animalistic aspect of yourself. Okay, I'm doing a series called Inversion Land, where things are inverted, where up is down and down is up. So that is what has happened with humans. Okay, our mind and our body are less than perfect, right? They're animalistic in nature, while our spirit, life force, soul energy of love is perfect. Love is perfect. Okay, it's the most high, it's the superpower, it's the strength, it's the real strength. Okay, and in this reality, in the current condition that we are in, we have lost dominionship over our own minds and bodies, and by default, it's all of the worldly systems. Okay? The animalistic, mortal, dying, weaker power of the world is in charge over the spirit, life force, soul energy of love, which is God. So that's the whole message of what Jesus came to do, to bring the Holy Spirit and to declare that is no longer going to be what is happening here. Okay, we're in a less than perfect state. We are in a fallen condition, right? Jesus came here, brought the Holy Spirit, which is a frequency of life and love, and defeated death by rising back up and making that promise that that's what he'll do for anybody in a body who wants to choose love and loves love. Okay? Do you love love? Do you know what love is? Are you of love? Are you very far removed right now because the worldly systems and everything that are animalistic in nature, and they trick people into getting habits and bad habits, and whenever you start getting the bad habits, it brings you further and further and further and further away from love. Okay, That's what the worldly systems are set up to do. The worldly systems are snares and traps set for souled individuals to fall right in and get yoinked upside down and flipped around from what we're supposed to be. If you understand love and you comprehend love, then you're supposed to be living from love. Okay? Your lens of life, your life lens, needs to be of love. Every decision that you come to and you make is like, well, what's the loving choice here? Is this of love, or is this not of love? Okay. My name is Jet. When I was in high school, I had a friend, and he told me this exact thing. So there was a thing in the 90s where it was WWJD, and they say, what would Jesus do? So that's basically, so there was that saying. And so my friend would look at me and he said, yeah, I think WWJD and what would Jet do? And I think of what Jesus would do, and then I do the opposite, you know? So he's saying literally I was the opposite of Jesus, because at that time I literally was. I was caught in the world in inversion land and flipped upside down from what I was meant to be as a love-based living individual. And so I will have to continue this with a part 2. And with that, much love and many thanks, and I love you. Thank you.